If you live in Miami County or have ever driven through Miami County on US 31, you may have noticed the Longhorn steers in the field next to where US 31 crosses Logansport Road. Those steers belong to lifelong Miami County resident Curtis Elburn. In this edition of Everyone Has a Story, Miami County Monthly News reached out to Curtis to get the story on his steers. We not only found out that Curtis has many world championships showing his steers, but he has even more world championships showing coon dogs. Not only that, the Coon Dog World Championships now involve 3 generations of the Elburn family. So we're kind of in your trophy room here, and you've got your showcase and world championships right up here. Can you explain again what the difference is?
Okay, they're basically the same thing. They measure the size of the horn, and they'll measure tip-to-tip measurements, and they'll measure around the pole, which is the curve of the horn.
And this, show me again how they measure it.
They'll have designated people to do this. They use weed eater string. They'll take it around the shape of the horn, just follow it around. They get to the other end, they cut it off, and then they have a board there with the tape on it to measure it, so they get an accurate measurement.
All right. And you say you've got well over 35 showcase and world championships here?
Yes.
So how many years do you think you've been showing the Longhorns?
About 15 years.
And you show them all over the country?
We go all over Texas, Oklahoma. They have a big show in Kentucky. We put on a big show in Indiana.
So you sponsor one yourself?
We sponsor a show, yes. We put the thing on, and we have cattle from all over the country there.
Quite a collection.
We'll draw 150 to 175 1- and 2-year-old cows.
And then you've sold some too. What's the most you ever gotten out of one?
I've sold some. I sold a 7-time world champion vanilla milkshake for $62,000. Auctioned her off down in Texas.
Brought her into a big...
Brought her into the Hyatt Regency East in Dallas, right in the ballroom, and auctioned her off.
Boy, you would think a lot of the world championships would be down in Texas. They still got some in Texas? Championships?
Oh, yes.
World championships? But you got a lot of them up here in Miami County, Indiana.
Okay, these are 2 bulls. These are some bulls that I artificially inseminated and raised them up and used them. They were about 7 or 8 years old. Then when we get their babies, we really don't have a use for them anymore.
So how long are these Longhorns here?
This one here to my right is about 70 inches, and the one behind me is about 80 inches.
And probably your biggest world champion, what was that?
The biggest one I've raised is over 90 inches. And the longest horned cow on record is her older sister, which is also 90-some inches, a couple inches more than her. She's produced a 8-time world champion and numerous maturity champions. She's just one of my best cows that get fantastic babies off of her.
And she's got horns that are kind of going up.
That's true. That's not the desired trait, but when we breed her to the right bull, then that lays the horns down, and that's where we get the big money cows.
And so she is the...
She's 3rd generation that I've raised, and I've got a grandson of hers that's really been winning a lot in the last 2 years. Okay, this is one of our 7-year-old bulls. We've been using him the last few years. Produces nice big babies, big colorful babies.
Boy, they sure like to follow you around in the truck, don't they?
They're very friendly. Yeah, they'll eat out of your hand. Sometimes they're a little too friendly.
You don't want to be around them when they're swatting at their flies, do you?
No, that's the bad part. won't hurt you intentionally. This is Vanilla Milkshake. I raised her here. She was an AI baby. I owned her mother and her grandmother. She measures about 93 inches, and she's an 8-time world champion. She's living in Colorado right now.
This would be the one that you sold?
I sold her down in Dallas, Texas for $62,000.
Well, I've got a funny question for you. Would you by any chance be a Texas Longhorn fan?
I'm not a big sports fan, but I suppose if I was, that'd be
your team?
One of my picks, yeah.
So the last time we interviewed you, you said you were sending one out to Colorado. How did that go?
Pretty well. We got a first place win on a young heifer out of Nifty 50, which is, she's a 6th generation calf that I've raised here, right here.
And you own that with a partnership with?
Yes, I own that in a partnership with Gale Beach.
Okay. And she's from around Huntington?
She's up around Huntington.
Okay. And she's the one that took them out there?
She took them out there, yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So you've got over 35 showcase and world championship Longhorn steers, but you've been showing coon dogs a lot longer?
Been showing coon dogs about 45 years.
Quite a collection. How many world championships do you have there?
I have no idea. There's just, never have figured it out.
And you're still currently showing both?
Yes. Yes, I have dogs in shows almost every weekend somewhere in the country.
It's quite a bit of hardware.
These are actual magazines in these frames, and either my dog, my cow, or whatever's on the cover of each one of these. I made these frames from wood I took off of the farm here.
So you got family involved with you too?
Yes, my 2 daughters show. My grandkids are starting to get into it.
With the coon dogs and the Longhorns,
Just
or
the coon
just
dogs.
the coon dogs? And they live in Miami County too?
My one daughter lives in Miami County. The other lives in North Carolina.
And you're a lifetime Miami County resident?
I am, lifetime.
So what got you started?
Oh, I guess my dad got me started coon hunting, and we started going to the competition, and then on the cows, I just thought they were kind of neat, so we ended up buying a couple and breeding them. And I suppose breeding the coon dogs helped me know what to do to breed the cows. This is a 2015 World Championship. United Kennel Club is held over in Illinois, and the Leopard Hound on the left is the overall world champion, and the Red Bone is the reserve world champion. And I'm the only time that's ever happened that one owner has won both titles in the same year. Okay, this is my daughter with 2 of my granddaughters at the premiere in Michigan, where they won the overall Leopard Hound, and that's Ragweed. She's won numerous titles and world titles, national titles.
After learning about the many coon dog world championships, we decided to drive across Miami County to meet Curtis's daughter Nikki and his granddaughter Morgan. And of course we had to meet Ragweed. So, how long have you been doing the coon dog showing?
I have been showing coon hounds my whole life. My dad had them when I was a little kid, and I've grown up with them. So we've been at it for quite a while.
So it's just been part of the family since you've grown up?
Absolutely. I did it when I was a kid, now my kids show.
All right, so 3 generations.
Yes.
And you've got here your daughter.
This is my daughter, Morgan.
And Curtis's granddaughter.
That's correct.
All right, and you show too?
Yes.
All right, and who do you have here with you today?
Is this? This is
Ragweed.
Grand Champion Elburn's Ragweed. She's a 7-year-old leopard hound. So she'll be going to the National Coonhound Championship out of Oaks here in about 3 weeks, and Morgan's going to handle her.
So she's the defending?
She is last year's National Grand Champion leopard, and Morgan's hoping for a repeat.
Did you show last year, Morgan?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
And you're all excited about showing again this year?
Yes.
Yeah. So you and Ragweed pretty good friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you like about showing?
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff?
What's your favorite part?
Winning?
Actually, getting to spend time with the dogs.
Yeah. How many days do you spend down there when you take them?
Out of Oaks, we're going Tuesday to Sunday. We're in a camp down there.
Oh, you get a camp?
Yeah.
Yep,
All
she'll
right.
see a lot of friends from all over the country. There'll be people from all over that she knows that we show with. My sister will be up from North Carolina, so
All right.
get to see some more family.
And your sister's part of the coon dog business too?
Uh-huh,
And
she's my kennel partner. These
Yeah.
are American Leopard Hounds. They've been recognized by UKC for about 7 years. And her daddy, Slipknot, he was the first National Grand Leopard. So we just kind of fell across him. Andy went to a breeder's house down in Georgia, and she said he had tons and tons of dogs, and she said that's the one I want, and he ended up, he's probably been the most winning leopard hound this far, and he sired her and her littermate brother, who's a world show champion.
he was telling me the story about how your sister called up from down south and said, you got to have this dog. And
Yeah, that's the one. He turned out to be a really good one. He's won a
Yes.
lot. He's produced a lot of good winners too.
so we had to add some cuteness to the story if it didn't have enough already. You can let him out. Can you let him out now? Ooh! I am being attacked. Look at them wanting all that attention. I saw you run up there. Smart move. So I saw your daughter let the puppies out, and she ran up the ladder. Smart move, because they all came to me then. Very playful.
Absolutely. They love shoestrings, pants legs, whatever they can get a hold of. It's fair game.
So, do you keep these then, or?
We'll keep probably 2 out of this litter and show them. My niece already has got dibs on the female, so I'm going to keep one of the boys, and then the rest will be headed all over the country. We've got one in Louisiana, one in Wisconsin, one in California.
All over the country.
They're headed all over the country, some to pet homes, some to show homes.
All right.
We usually have maybe 1 litter a year.
Very playful. Like puppies should be, right?
They are playful. The kids get out here and wrestle with them about every day, and